All right, everybody. Welcome to Brisco and Big Ace, episode 7. Wes, if you can believe that, we're getting closer and closer to 10. Double digits is going to happen eventually.
Holy moly, I can't believe it. And this episode is really, really phenomenal because I got one of my homies up here, one of my best friends, someone that I love watching work, Mr. Marty the Moth.
Hello. Wes, I miss your face, man. How you been?
Dude, man, just been chilling, man, kicking here in sunny Florida. What's the weather like over there?
Right now we are at 42 degrees right now. I'm freezing my ass off. I'm jealous right now.
I'm at a warm 75 out. I went to the beach this morning, went surfing. It's pretty fun.
Now, hey, wait, just to verify, Marty, where are you located then?
Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm about to go to Florida and
oh yeah.
Actually, I'm lying. I wish I was going to Florida right now. But you made me want to go because of the warm weather talk.
That's awesome. Salt Lake City is a beautiful spot. You guys both have it better than me, as it's 15 degrees and it's snow today. So
where are you at?
I am in Minnesota. Not by choice.
All right, I can't even complain anymore, man.
Yeah, it's not great when you wake up and find snow every day. It's just but Marty, we are glad to have you here, just so everybody can catch up. And I mean, everybody's seen you on Lucha Underground. If they haven't, I don't know what their problem is. But also UCW, ACW, Fusion Pro Wrestling, Future Stars of Wrestling, just to name a few. WWE Tough Enough season, was it 5?
I believe so.
5? The revival, right? That was off for a while and they brought it back for that.
Correct, yeah.
So and on top of that, actor, am I right?
Yep. I was in the latest Sandy Wexler, the Adam Sandler movie on Netflix right now, currently still.
I catch a lot of shit because I actually really like that movie.
Really? I haven't seen it yet, but like the parts that I'd seen were really, really sad. Like there was a lot of heat in that movie, man. Like that movie was real sad so far. So I didn't get to watch all of it yet.
I thought it was funny. I laughed at it when I watch it a few times now, and I chuckle every time. It's a goofy comedy, so I liked it. And you're also a stuntman?
I am, yes. I was actually Jason Momoa, who's killing it now as Aquaman. He was stunt double in a show called Braven, a movie called Braven when that came out, I think last year. So yeah, man.
Yeah, you're a busy man.
Speaking of movies, what type of movies are you into?
Like, what do I like?
Yeah, like what are some of your top movies that you've been up to right now, like recently? What are some of the things that, like, on your long flights or like when you're just stuck in a hotel room and you're bored out of your mind because it all happens, or you're sitting at the airport just waiting on that delayed flight is just brutal. What do you like to watch, or what do you listen to? Like, how do you beat the time?
Actually, these last couple of trips, I've been reading these books from Russell Brunson. It's actually an entrepreneur online, helps online sales. It's called these things called the click funnels and sales funnels. So I've actually been reading those books the last couple of times out. When I'm actually not most on the road, I'm actually working on my website as well. I have markcasaus.com. I do it by myself. So a lot of times I'm putting out a discount code and telling people, hey, this is going on.
Why don't you tell people a little bit about your website? Because I don't think a lot of people know about your website.
Well, they should. If you Google Marty the Moth, I came up because I worked my ass off on that SEO. If you Google Martin Casaus, I come up. I'm the first one. It's both on the first page. It's Martin Casaus, Marty the Moth. Whatever you Google, I'll be the first page. So it's markcasaus.com. It's where I put all my stuff. If you don't know much about me, you can find out about me. You can find out about my YouTube channel. You can find out about my Twitch channel. Actually, I play with I was playing Fortnite with some fans yesterday. I suck at Fortnite, man. There's 13-year-olds. We're whooping my ass.
That's why I do not do online gaming, because I'll just get brutalized by a 12-year-old and they'll talk shit to me the whole time. You just get so angry and you're just like, oh, just go through puberty.
Yes.
I work at a group home, and last couple nights ago, we actually did a Madden tournament on the PlayStation. I forgot how long it's been since I played, and I think I lost to the worst kid in the first 5 minutes of the first quarter. Like, he skunked me right away. It was awful.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm horrible at Madden too. Like I used to play football, so it kind of hurts me in the soul because I was actually pretty good at football. And then I get on the game and I'm just like shit. I don't know if I
What
can swear
position?
on this or what. I was a wide receiver, a cornerback, and then all the
Oh,
special teams.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I did linebacker.
Oh, see, you love the hitting part. I like that.
I love putting people down,
I
dog.
love juking you guys. That's what I liked. I like juking you guys.
Oh man. So
Oh.
what are some of your top video games? What are like your top video games that you go to that it has you hook, line, and sinker?
Oh man, the best games I think of all time are like the Batman Arkham series games.
Oh yeah.
And the Spider-Man game just recently came out that's modeled after it. And so I beat that. Like I'll sit there and play it for like a day straight. I won't take any wrestling bookings. I won't look at my phone. I'll just be playing games until I beat it to like 100%. But I love the Batman Arkham games. The Spider-Man came out, pretty much the superhero games. You're talking about movies. I don't get to watch a lot of movies when I'm on the road. But my movies right now, I'm a superhero nerd. So the Avengers stuff right now, I'm geeking out like a 12-year-old.
Dude, speaking of Spider-Man, I love the new Spider-Man. I think the guy that they picked to be Spider-Man is absolutely awesome. Big Ace, what do you think?
I haven't seen it yet, but that's what I've been hearing is that this guy's still on it. I know.
Which one have you seen, the Spider-Man movie or the Avengers Infinity War movie? Or both? Because if you had both, I'm going to come up to freaking Minnesota. We're going to sit down.
Spider-Man. I have seen the Avengers one. It was an amazing movie. I'm looking forward to the next one. But yeah, I have not seen that newer Spider-Man. I tried to take some of the kids, but like 3 of them saw it already. So then they're like, we don't want to. We want to go see Creed. And I'm like, all right. So
yeah,
that's the only way I get to go to movies now is when I take the kids that I work with.
Yeah, well, why don't you tell a little people about what you do on your off time?
Wait, me?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
yeah, I don't know. All I know is you're hanging out with kids. That could be super like awesome or super weird. So which one is it?
Yeah, we're making sure you're not Michael Jackson or something.
All right. There's no R. Kelly stuff going on in my life. All right. I work at a group home for troubled teen boys that are about 13 to 19 years old. They're trying to get back to their regular lives. We're that transition home for them. So majority of my days I'm spending with teenage boys who are trying to just get back to their family, stuff like that, after coming out of like a treatment scenario or a juvenile detention scenario. But like, yeah, it's cool. Like we get to take them out and do some stuff like that. But these guys are making me try to stay hip, and I can't do it anymore. I'm just an old man, and like you said, the video games, like they're playing all Fortnite and they're playing all these shooter games and stuff, and I'm just like, did you guys remember Punch Out? Like Punch Out was the shit.
Excite Bike, that was my favorite.
Yeah.
I'm a Nintendo 64 guy. I was a GoldenEye guy. GoldenEye and No Mercy.
Yes,
GoldenEye, No Mercy.
GoldenEye, No Mercy.
Really?
Oh, dude, let's see if you can even see it. Like, there's my watch. Do you see the watch? There's the GoldenEye watch. Yeah. Every time I'd hit pause, I'm like, shh. Oh, yeah.
So how far back does your love for video games go then? Was the 64 your first set? What was your first system?
My first system was the NES. And I think it was Ninja Turtles Manhattan Project on that one. That was the game that had me.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Super Mario's 3.
Yeah.
Super Mario's 3. Those games had me like stuck. I still wear Ninja Turtle shirts, man.
Hell yeah. You guys remember the movie, was it The Wiz? Or The Wizard? Or one of the Savage Brothers was in it, but it's a video game movie. And at the end of this big video game tournament at like Universal Studios, they unveil Super Mario Brothers 3. And like these 2 kids who have to fight for the championship have to play it. It was like the first unveiling of it, and it was just like a big deal. I remember it as like a little kid being like, oh my God, Super Mario Brothers 3's out.
Yeah, that was dope. And then there was a bunch of games, man. I like Zelda.
Oh, yeah.
Zelda was one of my favorites.
Ocarina of Time. That's the one.
They were just money. And then, of course, Mario Kart was always a good one to play.
Still a good one to play. I've played it on every system. I'm going to go buy a Switch. That's what's going to be my game now. From now on, I'm going to go buy a Switch. I just haven't done yet. And then you can play Mario Kart and Super Smash Brothers.
Oh, that's another good one.
Who's your guy in Mario Kart and Super Smash Brothers?
So I want to know. There's actually been some news about this WWE wrestler getting an anxiety attack right before he debuts.
Well, hang on though. Before we start talking more about that though, just so Marty knows, I was a Yoshi guy.
Yoshi's the way. I'm a Yoshi guy. Okay, we will fight over Yoshi.
Which colored Yoshi though?
Ooh, see, I like the original. I got to go with the OG. OG.
Yeah,
OG Yoshi.
It's got to be the green. What else would it be?
Don't they have different names if they're different colors too? Like, aren't they supposed to be like different Yoshettes or something like that? Or
yeah. I think the pink one definitely has a different name since it's a girl. But
did you say Yoshettes?
I sure did. But you knew exactly what I was talking about.
Oh, that's great. Wes, did you have one that you always picked?
Yeah, the red one.
Oh, all of us are Yoshis.
Nice.
That's great. That's great.
That's awesome. Okay.
Wes, back to your wrestling question. Was that? I think from what I heard, I just heard rumors and stories from my Twitch chat. If it is the same person, I met him and when he was first starting.
Lars Sullivan, I believe his name is.
Yep, Lars Sullivan. He actually started training out in Denver, and I met him before he ever had his first match. So
what a monster.
He is. He looks the part of a monster. He's a nice guy, but he looks the part of it. So that sucks to get there and not be able to go through with it.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts about that though? Like, what's for me? Wouldn't you? I'm pretty sure I've had anxiety attacks before. But sometimes you gotta just nut up and just go, just do it. I don't know, man. Because I know those things are serious, and I know people suffer for them. But I just, of course, we don't know the extent of that attack. But
right,
maybe, I don't know.
Was it? Do we know the details? Was he going to have a match, or was he?
He's about to debut with Cena, I believe.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if it would be a match, though, considering that everybody else in the little pool that was being marketed as they're getting pushed up to the main roster, none of them have had matches yet. It was all just backstage segments they've all been involved in so far.
So that's
so I don't know if it was a match or a segment that he couldn't do. I mean, you guys are in front of tons of people when you get into the ring, stuff like that. So you guys have to deal with that kind of. I mean, have you ever had an anxiety attack leading into something like that?
I don't know if I've ever really had an anxiety attack in my life. Really, I always freak out and panic, but maybe that's the same thing. I don't know. I always get nervous before every single wrestling match. Every time, no matter if it's in front of 2 people or 25,000. For some reason, and it pisses me off because I hate it, but I still get nervous. I know what I'm doing, right? I still know how to do this, right? For some reason, I do that song and dance every time. I have to pee 19 times before every single wrestling match.
That's the worst. Oh my god, that is the worst.
Especially when there's no bathroom in the locker room, so you have to put your stuff back on or run outside around the fans, pee, then hide, then run back out, take your pants off in your spandex. Here I am. I have to pee again.
Yeah, if that's the case, I don't know how you would have time to have an anxiety attack if you're busy having to do all that. Because, Wes, have you had one ever in your life? Period.
I mean, there's been I'm always nervous before a match, and it's a good nervous though. It's a nervous not that I don't know what I'm doing. It's a nervous that I want to do a good job. It's a nervous that I want to nail it. I don't want to not nail it. I just want to do it 100%, and I don't want to mess up. I want to make sure everything's perfect because we put our heart and soul into this. So it is really nerve-wracking. I mean, when you're standing right in front of the curtain and you're about to go on, and you take that deep breath, and you start thinking, and then you hear the people, but soon as you walk through that curtain, it all goes away. It's just it all goes away for me. It's, but it's a good type of nerves. And, I think I've had an anxiety attack once when I was on the airplane because it was doing really bad turbulence. And then I started freaking out and I felt like the room was getting closer and closer, but I took some deep breaths and I was able to figure it out.
Have you ever seen the movie Mallrats? You guys ever seen that?
I have not.
Oh, okay. Just because when you talked about having one when the plane was being funky, I always think when someone's like, I was on a plane, I thought it was going down for sure. I think to the beginning of Mallrats where he tells the story of the uncle where, you know, the plane was going down, so everybody just whipped out their bits and pieces and, you know, started doing their thing. It just makes me chuckle every time. I've been nervous before. I had crippling fear in high school. I couldn't talk in front of anybody. Turned beet red, sweating, like would they end up having to go to the bathroom to like try to throw up, just stuff like that. And then like literally a shot of whiskey and someone just pushing me from behind being like, just do it.
You did that in high school?
Well, no, but that made the switch from where I broke out of that and was able to go on a stage in front of like 1,000 people and introduce Modest Yahoo, you know. And then from then on, the gates were just open. Now it's like, you know, you ride that high, like you guys said, that adrenaline when the crowd's there and people are yelling and stuff. It's such a natural, nice high.
Yeah, well, I mean, I hope Lars the best because I actually met him when I was down at NXT at the WWE Performance Center doing some stuff, and he was super nice guy, and you know, I wish him the best, and you know, it sucks that it happened at that time, and you know. Anybody that suffers for that stuff, man, we feel for you, you know. We know how it is, man, but we wish you the best, man.
Well, you know, something really good for the anxiety right now that's taken the world by storm is a little something called CBD.
Yes, it is.
Which I actually have a product coming out with liposomal CBD next week, and I'm stoked about. Lars, I feel for you. If you want some, literally, I will send some to you. It is 0 THC in it at all, so don't worry about tests. It is CBD is legal in all 50 states because the Farm Bill passed. It has helped so many wrestlers get over anxiety. Actually helped a lot of people through depression, and for me, it's helped my joints because freaking Lyme disease kicked my ass, and I'm in wrestling. So it's helped me a bunch. So Lars, I will literally send some to you. But in either way, I agree. That is tough for Lars, and it sucks. And I hope he comes back. Just think this is you work so hard to get there, so take the ball and run with it. Yes, and CBD is helping everybody. So I love. Sorry, I wanted to comment on that and then go to this one. Yes, CBD is helping everybody. I'm so excited. There's 22. So Rolling Stone says there's $22 billion changing minds. You heard that? Yeah. Between now and 2022, because people now are over the stigmas of CBD. It's like,
yeah, well, people have this stigma that it's bad, that it's the devil's lettuce, as people would say, but it has no THC at all. It has no psychoactive chemicals in it. It just has the special property of what that plant has, the special healing powers and all the special, you know, enzymes and chemicals that are all mixed up into that. You know, I'm no scientist, but, you know, I know pretty much what it does. And then I've used it on my back before, and it's made me feel better. And then my dog was passing away, and my dog had cancer, and he was on all these pills, and it was just horrible to see. And one of my friends from California sent me some CBD oil to give to my dog. And I gave it to my dog, and he started eating again, started barking again. And it literally made him live another 4 months without pain, and just absolutely was a dog again. Wasn't just laying in the corner, was actually barking. And those things are absolutely amazing. CBDs are crazy. So what type of products are you going to announce? And if you can tell us what type of products you're going to announce, and what are the different ways people can, you know, use your products? Like, is it going to be drops? Is it going to be roll-ons? Is it going to be spray?
Here's the thing. My company's coming out with this. So all I know is I think we're coming out with the oil to put on your tongue and the rub, I think. And I get all the details on Saturday. And I'm super stoked because we use a thing called liposomes. You know, you get something like a Vyvanse or an Adderall that is described to you for a lot of ADD. They have a process in there called liposomes that make sure this person cannot think unless he gets this. It makes sure that your body absorbs it so it actually works. All the medicine, the pharmaceutical drugs has it. We have the patent for that, and we put it in our multivitamins, in our sleep stuff, and everything. Now we're the only ones who have it right now in CBD. So that means this CBD works because of freaking science. So that's great. I'm going to launch it next week. It's going to be on martincasaus.com, like all my supplements are. Like I said before, I have Lyme disease, so it really screwed my joints up. My whole body hated me, and it saved my wrestling career so that I could do stuff that I've been able to do and be on Crazy Adam Sandler shows and get snuggled by Terry Crews.
It's, you know, it's funny. It's all from a little plant, you know. It's crazy, you know.
It's funny because our bodies actually have a built-in cannabinoid system to actually process this. So it's actually already built into us. And it's just Big Pharma years and years ago saw it was actually called the devil's lettuce because people were against immigrants coming in back in the day. And I think it was the Mexicans that were bringing it over or something like that. I think it was Mexicans were bringing it over. And because
them jazz musicians,
exactly. So yeah, that's how they stigma'd the devil's lettuce.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. Well, I'm looking forward to checking out some of your products, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you're dropping next week. It's going to be awesome. I'm super excited for you. And everyone, check out his supplement line, his sleep aids. He has all types of stuff, and it's all natural, all good stuff for your body. So you guys, please check out his supplement line. It's pretty badass. You know, I'm very, very happy for you and very excited for you, man.
Thank you, brother. It's honestly, it's given me appreciation for health because of the Lyme disease. I got hit with it, and it took like 10 years to diagnose this is what's going on with myself. So when I found this stuff and it worked for me and it got me to where I am, I can't help but say, those of you who are feeling any sort of health elements, try it for 3 months. I dare you. And it'll prove you wrong. And it worked great for me. It's great stuff. So it's awesome.
It is. It's great to see that it's like so many places are selling it now. It's like becoming a normal thing. You can't go on Groupon, by the way, without every other post being a CBD something. It's hilarious. But I actually use it sometimes for my sleep apnea because I don't.
You have sleep apnea. I have sleep apnea too, brother.
Yeah.
But people need to be careful and not just get the CBD stuff you buy at the gas station because you guys don't really know what they're putting in it. You need to go from someone like Marty and actually look at because he has everything dialed to a science and actually the right doses, you know, it's done in a lab, it's done professionally because some of the stuff you see at the gas stations and stuff like that, I wouldn't trust. That's just my opinion, you know, but you know.
And if you guys have any sort of question whatsoever, look up liposomes on Google. Google it. Well, you know, there's a Wikipedia page. There's a bunch of information that are from doctors. This is the difference between my stuff and the stuff that my company is putting out versus everything else. Is we use this liposomes so that your body absorbs it. Has they ever had a multivitamin where they take it, they get sick to their stomach? They have to eat something. Well, that doesn't happen in our stuff because it goes to the liposomes. Your digestive tract doesn't destroy it. So I haven't eaten yet. Terry Crews and PJ Black are super serious on this intermittent fasting. Have you ever done intermittent fasting, Wes?
Yeah, I've done it once.
I'm doing it right now, and I won't lie, it's kind of working. I kind of am liking it. Like I'm seeing my abs, and I miss them. So I'm kind of digging it. So I'm kind of trying to stick to that, and PJ Black is the one who's kind of teaching me through it, and so it's working.
Nice. Big Ace, what are you gonna try it out, Big Ace?
What are we talking about? The
intermittent fasting, brother.
He wasn't paying attention to the diet.
No, I was.
He was like, nah.
No, it was
he just checked out. Squirrel.
Just thinking about pizza over here, guys. It's cool.
Oh yeah.
No, it was funny because before we you hopped on, Marty, we were talking about diets because I mentioned to us like, yeah, I need to get out of diet. I need to do some stuff, get a little healthier. So I'm open to all things. My thing is I just need something easy because I'm always on the go. It's hard for me to be making like 3 meals a day at home, stuff like that. I'm around these kids all the time, so I kind of have to by default eat half of the food they're eating when we make it because it's just what's there. But yeah, I need to figure something out. I'd be into trying.
You know, you feed your kids like you're making what you feed your kids, right? Like you're choosing that.
I don't. Someone else chooses all the groceries. and then they make it. But I mean, honestly, it's not all horrible. Sometimes we make some pretty decent meals. Like some kid made.
They make it. You don't make nothing.
Yeah.
There's no we in that. There's no we in that.
There's a split down. It depends. There's a couple kids who love cooking. There's a couple kids who won't come near the kitchen. So when it's their turn to cook, I end up doing most of it. But
I've been dating my girlfriend for 7-8 years now, and I think I've cooked like 4 meals ever since we started dating.
What's your go-to though when you do cook?
When I was single, all I knew was like high protein, low fats and carbs. So I got really good at eggs and steak. That's all I ate for every meal, and I was eating 6 times a day, and it was eggs and steak every single meal. And I was fine. Egg, steak, and chicken. Egg, steak, and chicken. I loved I can make a meal out of that like 1,000 different ways, and it's delicious.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd be killing it at cooking though. I'm a really good cook. I love
it.
Yeah, I can cook anything from fish to wild game to alligator to deer to whatever, any type of vegetable, any type of meal I'm pretty good at. The only thing I cannot do really well are casseroles for some reason. Casseroles I suck at.
You would think that'd be the easiest thing. All you do is put everything in a thing and bake it.
Yeah, I always just somehow mess it all up. So Big Ace, what's some other news that's going on right now?
Well, you were you were filling me in on this, and I kind of piqued interest that the owner of Amazon's getting divorced.
I can't believe you didn't hear about that. That is insane.
Oh, what happened? What happened?
Probably a little bit of that cheating. That's what happened. I mean, he was worth over $100 billion.
Oof.
So prenup or no prenup?
Oh, no, she actually helped him start this company, which is actually pretty crazy. Yeah. So she actually helped him start Amazon. So she's getting I think $75 billion. And I think it just made her now one of the richest ladies in the world.
Good for her.
I mean, it sounds like everybody's going to win out of that divorce.
Yeah, I need to see where she's hanging out and be like, Wes Brisco's up in the house,
Do you watch wrestling? Hi.
Hey, I shop on your website all the time.
Yeah, slide in the DM. Come on down.
You'd be amazed who you can actually meet on social media, man. One of my favorite bands is Killswitch Engage. I listen to everything from literally on my mix that I listen to on the road has Backstreet Boys, Killswitch Engage, the Batman soundtrack, Mary Poppins.
Which Batman soundtrack? Everything. Is it the one with Bone in it?
With the one with Bone, it's the I have some of the animated series, and then I have the movies from Chris Nolan, and then I have the Justice League soundtrack.
I'm pretty sure Bone Thugs has a song in there called "Look Into My Eyes."
Ooh, I'm looking it up right. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah, it's actually really dope. The music video has a little bit of the Batman movie in it, but it's a really good song. It's called "Look Into My Eyes" by Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Question: DC or Marvel?
I don't know, man. Probably Marvel. I mean, I don't know. I like them both, man. I've always been a fan, and it's hard to pinpoint just one because they're all just great. There's a couple that I'm not so much, but most of them I'm I'll watch any one of them.
I'm a DC guy.
Boom, man of my word.
Solely because I've always loved the Joker, the character, just the craziness, the just out of his mind. I love Batman as a whole, the whole thing. But yeah, Joker's always been my favorite. So that's how I've always been tied to that.
Are you digging the Joker coming out 2020 with Joaquin Phoenix?
I'm excited to see. After hearing everybody that was on set say he killed it, I'm very excited to see. Because Jack Nicholson was great, and then it was Heath Ledger, right? It went from Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger was amazing. Everybody can attest to that. And then who was the Suicide Squad? 30 Seconds to Mars singer.
Jared Leto.
I thought he did good for what it was because it was a different kind of Joker in that movie.
It was a completely different characterization, which is crazy because it's closer to the comic book version of what the Joker is actually like, more of the gangster version rather than what everyone's saying in Nolan's version. So
it was the old school, wasn't like the old school cartoons. He was more of a gangster. He would always have like a Tommy gun and get out of gangster cars and stuff.
I love that, man. The animated series, that's what I lived off of.
Yeah.
I love that animated series.
When I was growing up, though, like I liked a little bit of everything, but I was a turtle guy.
Like a Ninja Turtle guy?
Yeah, I was a Ninja Turtle guy the whole way. Like that was my jam. I had all the
still
tapes.
My jam, brother. That's still my jam. I was wearing a Ninja Turtle shirt. I got one in my sweater in my closet still right now.
Nice.
I absolutely went and watched the new movies. Did you watch the new movies? Yeah or nay?
I saw the first one. They made 2 new ones, right?
They made 2 new ones. Yeah. One of the wrestlers, Sheamus, was Bebop.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. Not impressed, Wes?
Nah, not really.
You know what? I saw Rock Stadium Bebop on my screen, so I didn't care. It's just like everyone's complaining about like how many freaking Jurassic Parks are there gonna be? I'm like, there's a freaking dinosaur on my screen, so I don't care. Come out with 19 of them.
Right.
Yeah, Jurassic Park is the best.
The best ever. And I think they're coming out with another trilogy, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Did you also see that a teaser came out yesterday for an actual 3rd installment to the Ghostbusters, the original?
What? No, really? Like with the in the original.
Like not it. What's that?
Slimer?
I hope
he's got to be in there. Slimer's better to be in there.
He has to be. But yeah, it's going to be a follow up to the first 2 original movies, not the women one, the actual first 2. So
did you guys see the women one?
I did. I thought it was good.
It was just like I was gonna say a second ago. It was another Ghostbusters thing on my screen, so I didn't care.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Well, they had some strong comedic actresses in that. Those. I like. I'm all about the comedy, so I like Melissa McCartney. I like. And I can't even remember their names, all of them right now. But I like.
Really do like them, huh?
I liked their dynamic together.
No, I really enjoyed that show too. Who actors that are killing it right now? The Rock is killing it right now.
Oh yeah, always.
And Kevin Hart. I love the duo of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so funny. So speaking of, we were speaking a little bit about music. Did you guys hear about this? Supposedly, we've been talking about these SoundCloud rappers, and this guy named Blueface is apparently banging 6ix9ine's baby mama while 6ix9ine's in jail waiting on a life sentence.
Ooh, fun. Is there going to be some old school rapper wars again like there was in the 90s now, or what?
Well, supposedly 6ix9ine is getting out due to lack of evidence. And that guy 6ix9ine is known to be a shit talker, trying to be a gangster. So everyone's looking to see either if this is true or maybe this is all just hype and they're just trying to sell records. So I guess we're just going to have to watch and figure out.
If it is, it's freaking clever.
Yeah, well, they do that nowadays. All those SoundCloud rappers, they do stunts and they don't even really do music. It's all about just getting likes and hits. It's not about the music.
And that's where it's sad. Like sometimes traveling sucks and it's hard, but I still love wrestling. I'm sure Wes still loves wrestling. Like it's about the art and the craft of it. It's especially when wrestling money is not superly everywhere for everybody. Like it's for the love of it, and pulling stunts for publicity. That doesn't. What does that gain? Yeah, like 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, but that's their demographic, though, isn't it? The teenagers who only have a 15-minute attention span. So, works for those guys, I guess. I just can't get over, the 6ix9ine guy looks like a walking ad for Skittles. I will never take him serious.
No, he has 6ix9ine on his forehead or on the side of his face. Like, come on now. That's just ridiculous. I mean, to each their own. I mean, I guess he really loves 69ing, but
it makes me sad that the music industry has gone to that, though, where people can be a big thing in the music industry just because they have a SoundCloud now. Like, what in the hell's going on?
Yeah, well, what's Marty? What's one of your new artists that's out right now that you listen to? Like a new artist, not like some artist that's been out. Like, do you have any new artists that you're listening to right now?
Well, the crappy thing is like new artists. I usually just grab a few things and listen to it over and over. Like NF, I really enjoyed, but I don't necessarily call him new. He's new to me. I just really found an NF. He's like a cool rapper. Actually, like raps about positive stuff and like a struggle and going through stuff. I like uplifting stuff rather than like back in the day. And I this is heartbreaking for me, guys. I turned it on and I was like jamming, and it was Yo Diggity, that jamming. So I'm jamming out like I was in high school. Then it gets to like 105.5, the oldies. I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh, man, that hurts. That changed my perspective. But then I was listening to some of the songs, and I'm like, I did not apparently listen to the words of these songs because they're saying some shit that I should probably not have been grinding up to a. Well, at that age, I was fine with it. But now I feel old. I'm like, kids shouldn't be listening to that shit.
And it's funny because I had the same thing where I was younger and I'm like, I know the words to all these songs. And you get older, I'm like, I was saying the wrong words. That's not cool. What is he talking about? Like R. Kelly was notorious for that. If you listen to his music, it's like, why did my mom let me have the 12 play album when I was in middle school? And the whole thing talked about banging.
Exactly. Right.
And then now it's even worse because I don't know, have you guys seen any of the R. Kelly stuff, the Lifetime Surviving R. Kelly that came out recently?
Oh, he's getting dragged through the mud now.
It's awful. If you haven't watched it, it is awful. I've deleted all my R. Kelly music. I refuse to play him at any gigs. It's awful what these stories are coming out. And there's just no way they can't be true. That'd be a lot of people really going crazy in these elaborate stories. So yeah, it's like
that's crazy. But speaking of music, actually, I was in Seattle last weekend with Coach Mike Jones and Kevin Sullivan, and I got to visit the Jimi Hendrix grave, which was absolutely phenomenal. And speaking of great music, Jimi Hendrix is one of my favorite. It was actually one of my first tapes ever that I got. So I was like super excited to see that. And what a crazy shrine that they have for this guy.
Yeah, what did that look like, man?
Well, it was like this crazy marble, like pillars with like a cool little top, and then inside the middle they had this huge guitar, and then all of his stats and stuff, and his whole family, believe it or not, is all buried all in that same area too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
Why not, man? Like, what would you do if you had all the money in the world? Like, I'd have my family with me too. So
yeah. I guess some people were getting mad, like the caretakers, because a lot of people were going there and leaving joints and acid and beers and girls' panties and all kinds of crazy stuff there. Yeah.
Well, dude, like I'd be surprised if they lasted very long just sitting there. I could totally see some little crazy kid walking by and just yoink, yoink, yoink.
Right.
Or a very happy gatekeeper.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that, steal from a dead person. Like that's
yeah.
I wonder if anybody's gone there and just like lit up a guitar in front of his gravesite like he used to do on stuff. Just sitting there burning a guitar, like, this is for you, Jimmy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But that wasn't the only gravesite you saw while you were there, right?
Yeah, I got to see Bruce Lee and Brandon Lee's gravesite.
Ooh. Was there a big statue? I know there's a big statue of Bruce Lee somewhere that I see people take pictures of.
Well, here's the craziest thing: is I thought the gravesite was going to be big. It was actually small, really tiny. And I think that maybe that there's a bigger one in maybe Japan or some other place, because the gravesite was very, very small. Nice. I took a little picture. Put the guns up, you know.
Ooh, the guns.
And you said his son was buried, was right next to him?
Yeah, his son was right next to him.
Now, they never figured out how, like, he ended up dying, right? I mean, they knew it was a gun or a bullet in a gun, but it was supposed to be a blank. They never figured out how it got to be a real bullet, right?
No.
Oh, yeah, that's the guy from The Crow. I forgot about that.
How crazy is that? That's insane.
Because then you have to wonder, was it planned or not planned?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, was someone out to get him? What was the deal? Because didn't Bruce Lee have legitimate heat with some people back in the day? Like,
Yeah, and
people didn't like him on the like martial arts scene.
Well, not just that. He also had heat with a lot of like Hollywood directors and stuff like that because he wanted to do all of his own stuff.
Yeah, well,
Jackie Chan. How many times has Jackie Chan been messed up? I saw a YouTube video recently. Jackie Chan, like all of his injuries that he's done, like he's broken. He should be dead, like at least 9 times by now. And Jackie Chan still wants to do his own stunts, and so now no Hollywood studio has enough like money to insure him to do another show. So that's why you haven't seen any Jackie Chan shows, because he wants to do his own stunts, and the insurance companies are like, that's going to be like $90 million to insure Jackie Chan.
Would you guys be into a Rush Hour 4 if it came out, though?
Not Rush Hour. I want to see another Jackie Chan, old school Jackie Chan, which I don't think it's ever going to happen again. But I don't know about Rush Hour.
I mean, if they were to make another, if he's going to make a movie, it's going to be that, I think, just because why not keep making the same thing that made them money, I guess. But plus, Chris Tucker is like coming out of the woodwork now.
Oh, really?
Well, he's just trying to get back out there now because they're doing another Friday too with the original.
Are they?
cast.
Wow.
So.
Surprised, because Hollywood can't come out with anything original anymore.
Right.
We're on Transformers like 19 now.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, I stopped watching those a while ago.
Okay, now I want to ask you a question, Marty, because I heard it again while we were talking here just a little bit ago. Is it Kim Possible that is your text tone?
Wes, can you text me right now? I'm gonna just put this on here, right here. Wes is gonna text me, and you tell me if Kim Possible is on my phone, because this is we were doing this before.
Should come up.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, that's totally right.
That is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, brother. Big Ace, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. My first crush was Kimberly.
Nice.
That was my brother's crush too. My brother loved Power Rangers.
I still love the Power Rangers. Then I met so I went to Johnny Mundo's. He came out with that movie Boone the Bounty Hunter. Have you guys ever seen that?
Yep. I haven't seen it, but I've seen about it.
It's crazy watching a show but knowing the guys. So it makes the. It's coming like probably a fan knowing one of the wrestlers and watching us wrestle. I assume like you're a little bit more invested in it. But the Green Ranger showed up to his premiere, and I was like, "How you doing, man? How you doing? Good." And I'm in the inside. I'm like, Green Ranger! That's awesome.
You remember when he wanted to beat up CM Punk?
Does he still want to?
Yeah, I think he does.
I believe.
Everyone's talking about him and that new company now, AEW. Dun dun dun.
That will be crazy. That will be crazy.
I mean, I just think he's done. I don't think he wants to wrestle. It's just my thing.
I think he can do whatever he wants. And however, I do think AEW is a way for him to be able to do whatever he wants, because they're all boys. So if you want to show up once a year, I'm sure they're not going to say no.
Yeah.
If he never wants to do it again, then
I agree.
Yeah, very true. AEW's that whole thing is just a crazy ball of stuff going on right now. Like, it's amazing everything that comes out every day about it.
I personally think we're about to go into another resurgence of popularity in the mainstream of pro wrestling. Like, it is a great time to be a professional wrestling fan and a professional wrestler in general.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to see how this all plays out over the next year. Plus, Jericho, that was a huge one for them, because that really, I think, is what kind of was like the shot at WWE. It was like, hey, we got Jericho, and you don't now.
Yeah, what do you think about them actually deleting all of his stuff off the WWE network?
What? I didn't hear about that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of deletions.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wait, they took all his stuff off the network?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, I knew
I believe he's not on the website or anything anymore.
Well, I knew they took him off the opening, the little, past, present, future thing they play before every show. I know they edited him out of that as soon as he announced it. But he says he talked to Vince and that they're cool. He's gonna be back eventually. He'll get in the Hall of Fame eventually. So I think he's just like, you know, he's like, they're not gonna blackball me. Like, I'll be back eventually. So what has he got to lose, you know? Plus, I don't know if you guys heard, but he said that it was the biggest contract he's ever had offered to him in his career.
Oh, really? I was talking to somebody else. I'm not going to drop names because I don't think they've announced it yet. But they got offered a contract for AEW, and they said they're pretty happy with it. So they're probably going to take it. So AEW is doing some good things for some of the boys.
Yeah. Like you guys said, it's a great time for the wrestling industry right now. Really
so exciting. And also I think, like, and that's why I jumped on Twitch and YouTube, is I think video content is the way everything's going with everyone now has a YouTube channel or a streaming service or Instagram Live, Facebook Live, everything's going to video content. I think now people are going to like, everything's going to be mainstream on the video where I could see Wes's face right now with that beautiful little smile of his. That's where everything's going to go.
So hey, wait, how is the Twitch thing going? Like, I haven't gotten. I'm not a huge gamer, so because it's primarily gaming, right? Twitch, and you go on, you get to play.
I actually held off on my workout until after this podcast because I Twitch my workouts. And I have my Twitch community. Actually, I tweeted out to them, and I have my Twitch community that likes to torture me, and like they'll throw me 500 bits, have a spin wheel, and one of it's like 20 push-ups, 20 curls, 20 burpees, 20 whatever. And I hate working out, guys. I really hate working out. So they throw bits at me and I work out. So it's actually super fun. Yeah. And then at night I play video games and I'll play with my subscribers. But I get my ass kicked. Like yesterday's the first time I just tried it like loosely. I got whooped so hard. But it's fun. And I think because I'm doing so much research into business and kind of trends right now, I'm seeing everything going video content. So you guys doing this video wise for your podcasts, smart mans.
Yeah. Well, we actually have some people asking you some questions. We got this guy, Flair Hair _05. Who was your favorite opponent?
Of all time or in a big season?
Yeah, probably just of all time. Probably who you worked.
Well, my bigger feuds from Lucha Underground were Kill Shot, which is Shane Strickland. Who's awesome. He's killing it now. He's got an awesome podcast too. So I think Shane Swerve podcast. Go check it out. I don't know how you guys feel about cross promoting, but they're awesome. Supporting the boys. Support the boys. He's got an awesome podcast going out there. I had fun with him. Pentagon was last season. He's on top of the freaking wrestling world right now. Where is he at right now? Does anyone know where he's going?
I don't know because I don't know if his TNA contract is still up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's announced anything yet. So just kind of the waiting game with him.
I had fun with him. Then I had Sexy Star Lucha Underground. But I think my favorite would probably be, I know the Pentagon one got a lot more publicity, but I think my favorite one that I had more fun in was the Kill Shot one.
I actually just recently rewatched your Weapons of Mass Destruction match with Kill Shot.
Yeah. Or it's my first time ever using a grenade in a wrestling match.
Right? Yeah, that's something you don't see every day. But that was an amazing match, man. You guys went crazy in that thing.
We had to. It was I don't want to go it was our chance, much like I hope Lars does his next time. It was our chance to get the ball, and Vampiro straight up told us, like, hey, this is it. This is your first time getting a main event spot here in this program. You kill this, that continues. You don't, I don't know what's going to come back again. Like, all right, I'm going to do what I do. And then we just out there, had some fun. Just go out there, have some fun. Like me and Wes wrestled the other day. I'm like, man, I wish we just could have wrestled longer. And that was one of my biggest complaints, is that it wasn't long enough. And so me and Shane just went out there and had fun. And so I think that got shown on TV in both matches. That's when it's the most fun for everybody, is when the wrestlers are having fun, the people in the crowd are having fun, and that resonates to TV, so people sitting at home are having just as much fun, hopefully.
Yeah. We were actually doing a Ring Warriors match, and like when we both came back, we just looked at each other and we were like, man, I wish we had more time because we were just on fire. The crowd was good. Just everything was just clicking. And when you go out there and wrestle and you're having fun, it's the night off because wrestling shouldn't be the work. The work is the traveling, getting to the arena, sitting at the building, just all the hurry up, wait. That is the work. What's the fun time, what every wrestler should look forward to is when they step through that curtain and then they put that smile on, they get ready because that's what we live for. That's our moment. Those are our time, and we got to take that time and make the most out of it.
Absolutely. Like you said, like that, all that I liked it. You're speaking very well. You're very well spoken. That is the work, all the layup. And even back to what we were talking about before, and he even said it better than me then too. It's not, can I do it? It's, I just want to do the best job that I can. But as soon as you walk through the curtain, all that drops because you don't have time to think about that. You're in the mood. It's game time. The red light's on. So all that worry and all the work just falls away. And then you're in the ring with Wes Brisco and you're looking around the crowd. You haven't done anything yet, but the crowd is already mad about me and super cheering him. It's like, sweet. It's going to be a fun night tonight. Which actually, I put that match on my YouTube channel, and I got a text message to quickly remove it down. From Ring Wars. Yeah, from one of the Howards. So I'm going to chop it up, put highlights up, and that'll be probably the video next week. That I'm going to put up the highlights of Wes Brisco versus Marty the Moth.
Have you guys worked together once, or has there been a couple matches?
We had a three-way.
Yeah,
we did.
That one was really good too. And the craziest thing is, I had a match right beforehand, and
normally
you get to like go over the match. I didn't go over one thing, not one entire move.
Oh, poor Wes! You're just like, all right, let's do this.
Poor Wes. That's my style, brother. I don't care. I'm working, brother. Put me in, coach. I don't care.
And it worked so well. Like it wasn't. Once we went through the curtain, it was just magical. It was fun. It was one of those easy nights again.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. Plus,
I'm gonna put the highlights of that coming up soon too. Yeah, Hammerstone is a beast. That guy's gonna be blowing up here somewhere.
Yeah, me too. Hammerstone. I've actually got to wrestle him a lot. And at one time, I was wrestling for a company called PPW, and that's right when Hammerstone started coming up. And I had a lot of good matches with him, and getting to see him evolve and just the way he's grown up and changed his look and just separates himself from everybody else is just absolutely amazing. And, big things are coming from Hammerstone.
Do you know when you see a guy for so long, he's had a certain look, and then he shaves his face, and he's like, ah, like if Wes shaved his face, it would trip me out because it would just be different. Alexander Hammerstone's this big, jack dude, beautiful blonde hair, and then he cut it to it's short and spiky now, and it blows my mind. It was smart of him.
Because I think he stole that idea from me because I had long hair and I shaved it. He goes, "Why did you do that?" And I was like, "Well, I needed a new look. Everyone's seen me with long hair, and sometimes you just gotta just throw it all in the bucket and just go for it."
Oh man, I don't know what would happen to me if I had my hair cut again. I love this hair so much now. It's my everything. And I never thought I'd have long hair. I was like, I'm just because I'm a wrestler doesn't mean I'm gonna have long hair. Like, why would you even do that? I made fun of people that when I first came in, like, you don't have to have long hair to be a wrestler, and you don't. But now I get it. I just want it, and it's so. Right. It just makes everything different.
Yeah, you did that to me, Wes, a couple weeks ago when I got so used to your shaved head that when I saw hair growing back, I was like, "What in the hell is that on your head?" You shave that shit off. But okay, well, another question that we had for you was going back to some music stuff, because you mentioned you had a pretty wide range of music on your phone there for your mix, but what's your guilty pleasure? Like, what's the one thing that you're not the most proud of to say, like, this is in my phone and I love jamming it when no one's around?
I don't really feel like I have much pride anyway, so I don't care what people think it is. I really have a guilty pleasure, but I do get worried about, like, I listen to movie soundtracks. I love, like, getting like the Batman soundtrack from the Chris Nolan, like the Man of Steel soundtrack, Top Gun, Inception. There's some awesome soundtracks where like I'll be on the road and I have certain playlists. Like this is my sleepy time one where it's just playing like slow Batman songs, and the other one's like where it's like that they're just about to go in and have this epic duel. That's when I'm ready to meet the wake up stuff. So probably soundtracks. Okay. Superhero soundtracks. I like to get super jazzed up to those and think about where I am in a movie because my life's I try to think of my life as a movie anyway, so might as well give it a soundtrack.
That's not a bad way to go about life, honestly.
Well, like people worry about they would wait until Friday every single time, and like, why are you waiting for Friday? Why does your day suck so bad that you can't wait till Friday? Like, make every day awesome. If I was to watch my own movie, I want it to be interesting.
Yeah, that's very true. Wes, you got any guilty pleasures? You're not jamming Spice Girls when no one's around or anything like that? You look like it.
I love all types of music, so some music that I listen to might not be a fan of other people's. So I don't know. It's
Britney Spears.
No, I mean no.
I listen to Britney Spears. It's Britney, bitch. Hell yeah, I will. I can't even say that. There's a TV show that I'm doing that I might be able to work with her, and I'm hoping it happens.
Nice.
Because that's another one where I will geek out because I think that was like really my second crush. I remember her getting her like picture and like the Backstreet Boys CD. I'm like, ooh, she's cute.
Right.
Nice.
And then she came out with the Oops, I Did It Again one, where the first one she did with the schoolgirl outfit.
Yep.
And I went to Catholic school. I went to private school my entire high school, like from pre-kindergarten all the way up to college. I went to private school. And I was in a Catholic school for high school of it. So those cheerleading outfits, or not the cheerleading outfits, the schoolgirl outfits, I love those, and I fell for those.
Oh, that's awesome. That is so awesome. All right. Well, Marty, before we cut you loose here, why don't you let everybody know where they can find you as far as anything you got going social media wise? If you got any dates coming up, plug, the CBD stuff, make sure you get the plugs in for that. Let everybody know what you got going on.
Yes, absolutely. First off, number one, I want to thank you guys for having me on because number one, it's always good to see Wes's face. Great to meet you, Big Ace. And we should definitely play Ninja Turtles sometime. Like Manhattan Project, we should totally play.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in.
Are you down? Are you down? Because, that would be awesome stream sometime.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be everywhere, so literally Google me. I work my butt off for my SEO. So Google Marty the Moth, Martin Casaus. It doesn't matter. I'm the guy on the first page there. If you can't find me, my face is there with the picture. Like I'm easy to find. MartinCasaus.com was where my t-shirts and all my merchandise are. My t-shirts are designed by Killswitch Engage themselves. It's the same guy that does them because he's the bassist.
Nice.
And so if you like Killswitch Engage, you might like some of the artwork that they do. I didn't tell you guys about them making me a freaking entrance song.
Kill switches?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I'm trying to do an outro here, and then I bring up something from more fun.
No, that's good.
So speaking of, we talked earlier about like social media, and I said, hey, it's super important. I would have never, I think I said like been on Netflix with Terry Crews then, but through one of my podcasts I've been on, Mike D'Antonio, the bassist, heard it, and he's like, hey, he's a huge Lucha Underground fan. So hit me up on Instagram. He's like, hey, I'm from a band called Killswitch Engage. I heard you like our music. We were wondering about your entrance music. And I'm like,
That's sick.
Yeah. Well, at first I didn't believe it was him because it wasn't from the Killswitch Engage one. It's from this guy like Darky Con, which is him. But so I took a chance and flew out to Denver, and then we worked out, and then I did vocals for a Killswitch Engage song.
No way.
Yeah, like do you know B-Boy? He's he's one of the wrestlers. He's an awesome dude. I went to his wedding, and one of the Killswitch Engage guys drove from San Diego to Los Angeles so we could do vocals in that room. And it was like I was pinching myself. I'm like, I'm in California at a friend's wedding, and Killswitch Engage is coming to my place to make it convenient for me to do vocals for their song. What is my life? But yeah, anyways, Lucha Underground didn't end up doing it, so I don't think we're ever going to hear my version of it. But I think the new song is out there. and I'm excited for the world to hear it. I'm excited for the new Killswitch Engage album. Anyway, little backstory about stuff that happened, but won't ever be seen. It makes me sad. Anyway, sorry. Go find my t-shirts at markhouse.com. They're designed by Killswitch Engage. They're an awesome band. If you want to play video games with me, go to my Twitch. If you want to get in better shape, because I know what it's like with my Lyme disease, markhouse.com. I'll help you. We do Operation Get Sexy. We're launching a fitness line with our supplements with the CBD. We're launching with t-shirts, and we have the Marty versus Ricky comic with my brand Wrestle Emojis that we're all coming out with too. So you have a Martin Casaus comic that can help you lose weight as well. So yeah, I got a bunch of stuff. Just find me. I'm probably going to be there if you need to lose weight, have fun, or just hang out. I'm here. I'm easy to find.
Yeah, he's also on Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. But please go give him a follow, give him a like, check out his stuff. You'll be happy, and he's an awesome dude, man. And thank you again for being on our show.
An honor, dude. I loved it. We need to get in the ring again, or actually, we just need to hang out. We hung out one night so far after Ring Warriors, but we never got to.
Yeah, it was a good time. Good time.
Yeah, it was a good time. Good time. Big Ace, you too, brother.
Yes, yes. I'm down with the turtle. I might have to hit you up to help me lose some weight.
Honestly, I would I would do my multivitamin and my core, and then I would love to put your testimony on my website because I helped my friend's mom lose 50 pounds.
Oh, wow.
And it was like 3 months, and it said it changed her life. So it worked for me, and it worked for her. Maybe it'll work for you.
Definitely. I'm in. We're going to do this. So, all right, everybody. That wraps up episode number 7, Brisco and Big Ace Show. Of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, it will be on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, Google Play, all that good stuff. And there's a dog. There you go. Special appearance on the Brisco and Big Ace Show. Guys, enjoy your day and your weekend. We'll see you next week.